Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm not talking about cards today. Today, because somebody requested I do it, I'm going to attempt, this is very much a trying it out video. I don't think it's going to be very successful, and I'll explain why. I'm going to be looking at Zukan today. Now, I collected Zukan because they no longer exist. What are Zukan? Well, Zukan are a 1/40th scale Pokemon figure collection that were released only in Japan properly in Gashapon machines in little series. So here is a insert that you'd have got for one of the series, and this is collection 2, I think. And the first Zukans came out in August of 2003. And they continued to release sets of them every couple of months until it was July, I think, of 2014, or somewhere thereabouts, just at the start of the XY era. They discontinued making them, which is a shame. Up to that point, to the end of Black and White, they had released... Actually, I haven't done my research properly. Certainly to the end of Gen 4, every Pokemon was represented by a figure, except for Steelix and Onyx. Because of the size of them, they never got around to finding a way to do Steelix and Onyx. They did do Wailord as a lottery prize. And they were, as I said, they were only released in Japan, kind of, but there was a limited release of some figures in Western markets, but they were inferior to a great degree. So this is Alakazam from the Japanese, and it's done in a hard plastic and painted in a matte finish. But when we got them in English, he doesn't stand up very well. You need to put a bit of sticky tack underneath his foot to make him stand up. But when they were released in English, they were released in a soft plastic. So his legs are just, I mean, the whole thing is just he definitely won't stand up because he's just so soft, and they're really inferior feeling, the English releases. You can squash them up into a little ball. So inside each capsule that you got out of a Gashapon machine, you'd get one of these little selections from the set. And you'd get something like this. So this is from this set. You'd get Jinx, and you'd get Smoochum and the base. It was a green base for this series. So that's what Jinx and Smoochum would come like in the Gashapon. Some of them needed, some of the bigger figures needed to be put together from pieces, and they're unbelievably well put together. Obviously not this one. They click together very nicely. Everything fits perfectly, and the Japanese quality is just so excellent. So what I thought I'd do today is actually look at a complete set. And I'm actually not going to start with the first set that was released, because it wasn't actually very good. I have got it, I've got them all. But I'm going to look at the first special edition set, which was came out to promote FireRed LeafGreen in March of 2004. And it was featuring the starter Pokemon mainly. So you'd have Bulbasaur, and then you'd have Ivysaur, and then you'd get Venusaur. And they really are beautifully crafted. They were much more dynamic than the Tomy Moncols that were the regular 2-inch, that were all the same size, irrespective of how big the Pokemon was. And actually things like Venusaur were smaller than Bulbasaur, which was just silly. So it was very pleasing to have these well-painted, matte finish, scaled figures. Later on we also had Ditto pretending to be Bulbasaur. We got a different Bulbasaur in a different set. And right near the very end, when we were in the XY era, we got some of the Megas. So we've got Mega Venusaur there. Part of the reason I haven't been doing this video is that, as you can see, presentation of them is incredibly difficult on video, because any amount of dust, no matter what, is going to show up on the video and look awful. I don't know how to light them properly. I haven't got any tech equipment to do, you know, a proper studio setup with clever lighting. I'm presenting them just with a black background so that they stand out. I don't know how to make them look their best on video. But people wanted to see the figures, so let's see, what was the rest of this set? So the next ones obviously would have been Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise, who is much smaller than Venusaur. They have a stand as well, but I don't keep them on the stand in my display case, because if I had them all on the stands, the display cases would have to be absolutely huge, because I've got hundreds and hundreds of these things. And equally, it had a Mega Blastoise. Oops, sorry, Blastoise. Right at the end of the run, we got a Mega as well. So actually what I'll do is I will take everything out that wasn't in this official set. So that Ditto, that Bulbasaur. So this was the second lot we got in this set, the special edition set of March 2024. Right, so Charizard, very small. But this came on this little stand. Yeah, they were black on this edition. It's okay. You've got see-through for the fire on Charmeleon's tail. This is this classic little pose of Charmander. It's not a very exciting figure, not very dramatic. The Venusaur is much more impressive. So we'll put that to the back. The next, and at the end of XY we had one of the Charizard, Mega Charizards. We got the X one, we didn't get the Y one, I don't think. If we did get the Y one, I don't know where it's gone because I've lost it. It's somewhere in the house. I had a look through my collection, I couldn't find a Y one, and I don't think we ever had a Y one released, but I may be wrong on that. So we'll take that out because that's not official for this collection. There was, this was before they had, no, it wasn't before they had evolutions, but this was because there was Scyther at this point. Gen 2 had been out. But we got just two little, we got the Electabuzz and the Scyther, which are quite nice. Yeah, when anything's flying, they had these, oh God, look at the dust on this. It's terrible. Hang on, let me just dust it. Dusting my collection is impossible because it would be a full-time occupation to dust all of them. But I tried to keep them in a sealed display cabinet where the dust doesn't get very much, but it does. It gets everywhere. That's what happens. You see, this is why I can't do this video, because the production quality is just going to be so bad. But anyway, that's what a Scyther looks like. As I say, they have these clear poles that they're on if they're in the air or whatever. A lot of them have pegs and various other little bits that can get lost, tiny little pegs and stuff. The next set was, it was Arbok and Ekans along with, Ekans, come on, okay, along with Persian and Meowth. And this just proves how tiny these things are. You could easily lose them. In fact, I have lost I lost a Magnemite that seems to have fallen out of the cabinet and maybe gone up the vacuum cleaner. I don't know. But these things are so tiny, and to keep a whole collection of hundreds and hundreds of Pokemon that range in size from even smaller than this sometimes up to Wailord, it's a mammoth task of keeping them all in the right place and not losing them. So that was a selection. There were 7 in this collection. That's 4, I think, or 5. No, 5. Sorry, Ekans keeps falling over. No, he doesn't want to stay up. There you go. The next one was the Victory Bell line, which doesn't appear too dusty. So you've got Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell there. Very nice figures. As you see, they've got the clear pegs to lift them off the ground. And then the final one was these two, which is Arcanine and Growlithe. I'll put this over here. You've got Arcanine and little Growlithe there. So those 7 capsules made up the special edition set of March 2004, which came out at the same time as FireRed Leaf Green to promote the original starter line as well. The very first set of Gashapon didn't have these figures. Obviously, these were the first time any of them. Not many figures got redone. I mean, this is one. Eevee has had several prints in various sets, but most figures only ever appeared once. So once the Gashapon was out of stock and had gone, that was it. You missed your chance to add it to your collection. So anyway, as I say, this is a test video. It's really bad production quality. The lighting's not good. The presentation's not good. I don't know how better to present these things because it's so difficult when they are things as tiny as this Meowth. And all you get is a video of my hairy hands pushing things around on a dusty surface. It's not easy. So there you go. That is a look at some Gashapon. I will think about doing another video of maybe another set and working my way through my collection. But there you go. That's all I can do for now.